Hello everyone, how are you? Fine? Happy? Safe? Very good. If so, just look around your surroundings. Are you able to study each and every organism one by one? Possible? No. Why? Because there are number of organisms in our surroundings. Then how is it possible? If we want to study the organism, how is it possible? There is a solution. Because organisms generally share some common features. So identify such organisms. Okay. And place them in a particular group. Let us study that group character. Problem can be solved. Okay. That type of arrangement of organisms into different groups or sets based on some similarities and differences is known as classification. Okay. It is classification. Today we will study about the different steps of classification, and the scientific system of classification is known as taxonomy. And there are different categories, and these categories are known as taxa. The word taxa. And this taxonomy, that means classification, not only consider the external and internal features, but also it considers the cell structure, its development, ecological relationship, everything it considers for classification. Okay, so now are you able to tell the different steps of classification? How can we classify? Which are the different processes? First, we have to study the character of an organism. That is characterization. After that, identify that. Okay, these characters are there. So, which is this organism? That is identification. After identifying, classify. That is classification. Then, naming, nomenclature. So, the different steps of taxonomy are characterization, then identification, then classification, then nomenclature. Clear? Now, the branch which deals with the diverse forms along with their interrelationship, that is known as systematics. It is known as systematics. And the father of taxonomy, do you know? That is called Linnaeus, who introduced the binomial nomenclature also. He is considered as the father of taxonomy. He used the word Systema Naturae as the title of his publication. Systema, it's a Latin word which means systematic arrangement of organisms. Okay. Now we can move to the taxonomic categories. Taxonomic categories. Okay. So I told you classification is not a single step process. Different steps are there. Different levels are there. That entire level. Okay. That entire system is known as taxonomic hierarchy. Taxonomic hierarchy. Hierarchical system of classification. Different levels are there. Based on the similarity, first a broad category. Then based on the differences, lower classes, lower groups. Okay. Similarly, you are all in 11 class 11. So class 11 is a broad group. In class 11, different streams are there. So, among that, you are the science stream. And in science stream also, bio option or computer science option is there. So, you belong to the bio option. Among that bio option, boys and girls are there. Again, subdivided. Similarly, here also, the whole organism can be classified first in a broader division, then lower divisions. Okay. And each category, each unit, that is known as taxon. It's a taxon. Okay. Here the broad one, that is kingdom. That is the biggest one. Then its lower form is phylum or division. Phylum for animals and division for plants. Then class. Okay. Then order. Family. Then genus. Then species. So here kingdom, then phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Kingdom is the bigger, then lower like this. Okay, so the basis of classification is species. This is the unit of classification. Okay, then species, then genus, then higher group. So you can easily remember it as KPC of GS. In this way you can remember these things in the correct order. So now we can study these categories one by one. First one, species. Okay, do you know what is a species? In 9th class also you learned these things. Species. Species means group of similar organisms which can interbreed and produce fertile offsprings. What type of organisms? Similar organisms. They can interbreed, means they can reproduce among themselves and produce fertile offsprings. Such group of organisms known as species. For example, I will write the scientific name. Panthera leo. Panthera tigris. Okay. Solanum nigrum. Solanum tuberosum. Okay. Here you can see the scientific names. This side you know binomial nomenclature. So scientific name consists of two parts. This second half that represents the species name. So leo, tigris, nigrum, tuberosum, all these are different species. Okay. Now look at this side. This is the genus name. Here carefully observe this. Panthera. Here Solanum. That means the species name is different. Their species different, but they have the same genus. That means the organisms of related species combine or they make next higher group, that is genus. Okay. So Panthera leo, Panthera tigris, and these have the same genus. But this genus is different from Felis. Felis domestica is the scientific name of cat. It is another genus. Felis is another genus. Okay. So Panthera, Solanum, Felis, all these are different genus. Now, here these related organism, related genus combine to form the next higher group, that is family. Next higher group is family. I told Felis, it is cat. Here Panthera leo, Panthera tigris. These tiger, lion, leopard and the cat, they all belong to the same family, that is Felidae. Just imagine that. Tiger, lion, the same family, our cat also belongs. Okay, Felidae. But this family is different from Canidae. Canidae includes the dogs and all. Okay. So then the related families combine to form next higher group. What is that? Order. Here the Felidae, that is the cat family or this family, tiger and lion, and the Canidae, that both included in the same order, that is Carnivora. Carnivora. They all belong to the same order. Now this related order, individuals of related order unite to form the next higher group, that is known as the class. You know, we are primates. Man, monkey, apes, gorilla all comes under primates. Here cat, dog, lion, everything comes here. But we all belong to the same class, that is Mammalia. That means we have a relation with them. Okay, so we all belong to the same class, Mammalia. Now, the related individuals of the class join to form next higher group, that is phylum. We are mammals. You know, fishes, amphibians, reptiles, birds. These are different classes. These all classes belong to the same phylum, that is phylum Chordata. Phylum Chordata. We all belong to the same phylum. And the related phylum combine to form the highest, broader one, that is kingdom. Kingdom. Just to tell me, in which kingdom we all include fishes, amphibia, reptiles, birds, mammals. We all animals belong to the same kingdom, that is kingdom Animalia, animal kingdom. All plants belong to the plant kingdom. That is the broader classification. Is it clear? In this way, the organisms are classified. So, in the higher group, less similarity is there. Here in the lower group, more similarity. That means when it is moving in the hierarchical step, when we are moving from species to kingdom, the similarities decreases. More similar individuals you can see here. But the similarities decreases when we are moving up in the taxonomical hierarchy.